Let's go and practice a little bit of what we have learned today. Uh, Please close your eyes. I'm aware of my thoughts. Thoughts are objects clearly seen in my mind. Like I see objects outside, I hear the objects outside, the sounds outside. The sense objects are the objects of the sense organs, which are called as Bahya Karanam, external organs. Thoughts are the objects of the Antakaranam, the mind. I am the pure consciousness observing the thoughts. When I am observing the thoughts, it is called as Drishya Upasana. I am the seer, thoughts are the seen. I bring deliberately words in my mind, describing my core nature. Sakshi. Witness. Eternal. Illuminator. Consciousness. Pure. subject, seer, happiness, pure bliss, truth principle, changeless, not in time, Atma, self-evident, imperishable, substratum of the entire universe, pure existence, Om Asato Ma Sádgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently open your eyes. Let's see the chat. If anything is there on the chat today, any questions? Uh, I think it was a very absorbing session. I don't see a single question on the chat. I think people were caught up, fully focused on the talk. If there are no questions on the chat, if anybody would like to ask any questions directly, uh, what is the meaning, bhati? What is the meaning? Yeah, Bhatt wants to know. Bhati means illumining. Bhati means consciousness. Asti means existence. Bhati means illumining. So in this 20th verse, what we are seeing is the nature of pure existence, consciousness, and ananda. That is what is described. That is the final teaching verse of this text. It says that the whole world is nothing, but it is asti bhati priyam. That means Sat Chit Ananda is the essence of the universe, which is my essence also. And what is the name? What is the other things which I experience in the world? It is name and form, nama and rupa. Name and form is mithya, is an appearance. So I learn to segregate the asti bhati priyam from the universe, from this body. When I try to do it, internally, I can use the form of illumining consciousness principle, which is the bhati aspect. Outside, I use the sat aspect. So this text essence of this verse is in this one verse, the 20th verse. Remember the 5 words and you will remember the essence of this entire text. Asti, existence, bhati, illumination, which is consciousness principle. Priya, priya means bliss. There is pure bliss in this universe, which is my own nature. But I do experience sorrow. That sorrow does not belong to me. It belongs to the name and form, which is either the body, either the mind. Sorrow belongs to the mind. So what I try to learn in this Drigdrishya Viveka is slowly I learn to drop my identification from the external world. When I do that, it is called as Vishaya Abhimana. That means in Sanskrit means I drop the identification slowly that this external world I am not. Then what happens is then I come a little bit closer. That means I come from the world Vishaya to Deha. Deha means the body, the 3 bodies. I am not the 3 bodies. That means from Vishaya Abhimana, external world identification, I then move to the closer identification, which is Deha, that means body and mind. When I learn to drop, it is called as Deha Abhimana. I stop identifying. All of us can do this because this is our nature is consciousness. It is a self. You, me, everybody can do this. So when I drop the Deha body consciousness, then I'm not a male, I'm not a female, I'm a pure soul. Now I'm reaching my core personality. The pure soul is what you and we are. So from Vishaya Bhimana become to Deha Bhimana. From Deha Bhimana, I become a pure soul in this body. I no longer identified with my Vijnanamaya Kosha. I don't I identify with my Manomaya Kosha. Then this soul, I learn to understand it is the same soul which is there outside also. The whole universal soul, there is only one soul. When I learn to merge this I in this body with the universal soul, that is called as the Priyam. That is the ultimate identification. All of us can do this. It is a question of learning how to drop my body and mind identifications. And this Dridrishya Viveka has taught us the 6 meditations to finally arrive at the conclusion Asti Bhati Priyam Aham Asmi. That's all. Okay, any other questions?
Ji,
हाँ बोलो भाई.
can thought be experienced in meditation?
Yeah.
How we can experience the thought in meditation?
Yeah, thought in meditation means suppose there is suppose you close your eyes and you start thinking about something. It can be about your grandson. So when you close your eyes and then your grandson comes into your mind, and in your mind you keep on thinking, that is called as thought. That is called as the mind.
Then, oh, that means that's why we can experience thoughts
Yeah, the
in
outside
meditation.
when you see a grandson outside, that is called as a perception. It is called as seeing with the eyes. When you close your eyes and then your thought of that picture of your grandson or your son or your wife comes in your mind, that is called as thought.
Oh, so that one is thought in meditation. Is it?
Yes, that's correct. The moment you become aware of that wife or son or daughter or whatever it is, when you close your eyes, it is called as a thought. Then you say, who is the seer of this thought? Because under what is the light in which I am seeing this thought? There is some light inside me. It cannot be that outside there is a sunlight or a tube light. There must be some light. That light is called as Atma. I turn my attention to Atma and drop the picture of my grandson, granddaughter, Ishvara, all that in my mind, I learn to drop slowly. That is called as trying to be your own self. That is called as Drigdrishya Viveka. Anybody else has a question?
Another word is, one more thing, Shailaji.
Yeah.
She was saying that consciousness can be experienced in thought. Is it?
No, consciousness cannot be experienced as a thought. What happens is in thought, there's a reflection only. The thought is nothing but a reflected consciousness. It is not, see, the consciousness is me, I. So never try to say that I am seeing consciousness. When you say I see the thought, say that I, the consciousness, am illumining the thoughts. That is very important word we must use. Whenever thought comes, whenever that picture comes in our mind, there is someone which is the seer. You just say, I am the seer. I am not the I'm not that picture, or I'm not that thought which comes to me about my office, about what I have to do tomorrow. All these are only pictures. They are being illumined by something. That illuminating principle is called as Atma. So is it clear, Baubai?
Totally confused. experience in thought and meditation.
Yeah. You practice it slowly, it will come. You see, so whenever you keep listening and you keep practicing little by little, 5 minutes every day, like you do puja at home. So you at the end of the puja, what you do is just close your eyes and then sit for 5 minutes. Let whatever happen, doesn't matter. Just close your eyes after puja, sit down, just sit down and let things happen, whatever they are happening in your mind, let it happen. Slowly, what will happen is you will understand what you are learning in the class. You will try to experience it when you close your eyes, you will experience whatever we are discussing in the class. It will come. To some people, it will take some time, but doesn't matter. We are all different. As and when it happens, let it happen. Okay, anybody else?
It takes time.
This is Uma here.
Thank you.
Yeah, Uma?
Okay, Shekharji, I think I've been practicing this external meditation without realizing it. But what I do is I look at my family, I look at my colleagues, and I practice what is Asangoha. I try to disassociate myself.
That's correct. Asangoham, yes.
But in that thought, there's no love. Sometimes I feel even a little bit proud, like as if there's an arrogance in me. Then how do I get this priyam that you just mentioned in,
No.
Advaitam?
You see, there are two levels in which you should see this. This is what is going to be explained in the next section. Your problem is being answered, and actually it's a very good question. It shows that the author has thought about this, and you're exactly flowing in the process of the thought flow of the author. In the next section, we are going to discuss that there are two levels in which this happens. You must understand that this, at the level of our normal waking life, we must understand that I can move out of this waking state into my existent state, and I can come back to this state. There are two levels. When I say that I am that pure existence, that means I'm already jumping into my higher level. And then at the Vyavahara level, we have to be having love for others. This is at a Vyavahara level. That means I'm seeing a husband, I'm seeing my wife, I'm seeing my children, I'm seeing my mother. When I'm seeing and I'm acting in this world, I am coming from the higher level to the lower level. That means again, I'm becoming aware of the world. It is name and form, but I should not try to keep a distance, even though this Asangoham is there, unconnection, but this unconnection is at a higher level to a lower level. Like, for example, the dreamer and a waker. There is no connection between a waker and a dreamer. That is why we say the dreamer is unconnected. So Asangoham should be taken in the right spirit, in the sense that Atma is Asangoham, it is of a higher nature. Whenever that means I am now in the Vyavahara state, let me play my role, that's all.
Okay, yes, you did mention the other time, putting on the dress of a mother,
yes,
putting on a dress.
That's right. The moment I put the dress on, I am Uma, that's it. I am a mother, I'm a daughter, I am a sister, I've got family, I've got everything. The dress I'm wearing now. So you suppose there is some feeling or some wrong feelings also, it is a part of the dress. Just let's say this is a part of the dress. But when you say Asangoham, immediately you are removing the dress and saying that I am that pure consciousness. You're moving to a higher level. And consciously you can do it. You see, in the same state, you can do it. See, this meditation, dhyanam, is, for example, suppose I'm thinking seriously about a property, about a purchase of a property. That is also dhyanam. That is also meditation. So we do all throughout our life, we do meditation. Instead of dhyanam on the self, we are doing dhanam on the property. So what Vedanta says is, the same thing which you're doing outside, try to learn to do it for the self. I drop the identification about the property, I drop the identification about all the things which I do externally also, but now when I'm trying to understand who am I, at that time you try to learn to identify with this self, which is Satchit Ananda, which is unconnected with the external world, which is at the external world is at a lower level. I am at a higher level, like the dreamer. Now I am woken up as Atma. So I am as pure soul. Just now I was talking about, you are connected with the property, you're connected with the house, you're connected with the family. These are all the lower level. But now you're moving from these connections to the unconnected soul, which is the pure consciousness. At this level, it is a higher level. You're already jumping to a different level, and that level is immortal. That is my real nature. Body and mind is at a lower level.
All right, Shekharji.
Thank you.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, thank you, Shekharji.
Yeah. Amiyanshu, you had a question?
No, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I know there was another question. So if you have a question, you can ask me. Or have I answered your question?
No, Shekharji, you know what I was thinking? At one level where we all are the same.
Yes.
You just use the word Priyam, right?
Yes.
So how do I bring both in? Like, I am he, I'm the same as everybody else. So I should have that pure love.
Yes. See, this happens only at the, when I have dropped my body identification. So from the body level, you cannot answer this question because you're still identifying as a body. And then you're seeing others as others. Only with reference to the body, you are identifying others as others.
Exactly. Yes. True.
So drop the idea. But what they're saying is drop this identification, then you're already with others as one. Pure bliss.
Okay. Yes, that's true.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shekharji.
Anybody else has a question?
Shekharji, sorry.
Yeah.
I have a question regarding this external meditation. It's quite new to me. I never come across the word external meditation.
External meditation, what you do is you just use the word that the whole world which I'm seeing is only name and form. Name and form means, suppose you see your son in front. That means I see the son as his name is say Amit. You just say, okay, Amit is only a name and form of a person. But what I'm seeing in the world is that he is existing, I am also existing. So what is common between me and him is this pure existence. And I try to focus on the existence part of the world. That means I remove the name and form. I see everything as pure existence only. Like in the previous question, Noma was asking, everything is, when I'm looking at it from the body level, then I can see there is differences. When I'm looking at from the existence level, and I have dropped the identification of my body and then seeing the world with reference to the body, then it is a different vision altogether. See, this is the difference in vision which scriptures will bring about. And that is the vision. Once you get this vision of oneness, then it is pure bliss. It is pure Atma. That means you are living your life as Atma. At the same time, whenever you have to do a duty, you bring the name and form and say, okay, I'm transcending the world now. I'm with the name and form. I do my duty. I perform my dharma. So there is only two things. I perform my duties, and then I learn to live with my nature. That's all. I learn to claim my nature. Let the body come and go. Let the mind come and go. I keep performing the duties with the best of my abilities. I am very clear. I am no longer confused in life. I have no agitations in the mind. Okay, any other question?
So the name and form is Nitya, is it?
Yes, you drop the name and form and then learn. Sorry?
So name and form is Nitya.
Yes, name and form is Anitya, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, we'll continue next week.
Okay, next week.
And we'll see how it goes next week. And next week we'll be taking up another section. We'll be coming to the last section. Like I said before, after this, I plan to take the Bhagavad Gita on a chapter wise, probably next month onwards. Today is September, so probably another 3 sessions I will have on Drigdrishya Viveka. And then Bhagavad Gita, I will be taking chapter wise. What are the main verses, and just give you a gist of each chapter. That is what I plan to do. So with Drigdrishya Viveka, we'll finish all the preliminary text. We'll go to Bhagavad Gita. After that, we'll do the Upanishads. Upanishads, I will be doing some Kaivalya Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, and 2-3 other Upanishads. This is the general program. I'll see how the interest is. If people are interested, I will continue. Otherwise, we'll see. I'm very happy that so many of you have come up to this stage of Drigdrishya Viveka, and you have successfully, I hope you have learned a little bit about the spiritual side of each one of you. Okay, thank you and good night.
Good night, Shreji.
Yeah, good night. Avinash.
Shekharji, good night.
Okay, good night. Thank you.
Good night, Shekharji.
Okay, good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.